I am Bueno.
Well, either that's a yes and he's already gone, or that's a no and he's like hanging
That's
out.
it's Bueno. I'm good.
I'm, I'm
I'm
impatient.
Oh.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I already started. So hi everybody. Yeah.
You've already started. Now we are here. We are
Hello.
in this realm of podcasting.
My holiday's over. I was sick for most of it.
Well, at least you had the time to recover.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, I it began pretty much before my break started, and it was part of why I really, really needed a break. So, yeah.
Yeah, would have sucked if you had to, force yourself to work through that or just not work at all while you were sick to recover.
Yeah. So, it's out of the way. I'm feeling kind of refreshed. Yeah, I'm ready to get back to work, so it's cool. All right. Podcast. Hi, everybody. How's it going? We're here. It's a Sunday. I'm kind of tired, but, I'll be going to bed after this, so it's cool. We have Zero. He's here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah. And we have Patient.
Here for once.
Yay.
Hopefully more frequently.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah. So, I'll go first. I don't really go first very often. My stuff that I did this week. More Yakuza. I think I mentioned did I finish Kiwami the last time we recorded? I don't remember.
I don't think you had.
I don't know. Well, I finished it. It's very good. I know I talked about the Majima Everywhere system and how it was mildly disappointing,
Yes.
but still fun.
Mm-hmm.
Kiwami 2 is a much, much better game.
That's good to hear.
Probably mostly owing to the fact that it is on the new engine that they made for Yakuza 6 and Judgment and Like a Dragon. So it plays a lot better with more modern expectations of how video games work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty good.
Well, yeah, I want to get back and finish Kiwami so I can go to Kiwami 2. Was Kiwami very long, would you say?
Not really, no.
All right.
It's definitely not long if you just mainline the main story. A lot of the side content is kind of perfunctory, not really that necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're playing on normal. If you're playing on hard, maybe you want to do some of the side content just to maybe get the tiger drop so you can just do combat really, really easily. Move's fucking broken. I actually can't remember what the main side thing was in Kiwami.
I remember I kept getting distracted once they introduced the arena.
That was the arena, yeah. That was in the regular Yakuza 1. I know they added another thing for Kiwami, but I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Oh, that was... Yeah, they added Pocket Circuit and they added the stupid card game with the titty battles. Yeah, that was a thing. It was weird. But yeah, that yeah, it's not especially necessary to do like 90% of the side content in that game. So you could finish it quite easily and then move on to Kiwami 2 that has a lot of fun stuff in it.
All right.
I once again have gotten mildly enamored with the Cabaret Club minigame because it has another one of those just like Zero.
Oh.
And it's really good. That's one of the mini games they added to Kiwami 2 that is very fun. I haven't gotten to the other one yet, but if it's as good as the one I'm currently doing, then it's gonna eat my life. But you know, back to work, so I can't really play it anymore. Not that much anyway.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you had a nice break, and hey, you can go back and spend some of your spare time chipping away at it.
Maybe. One can hope. Well, I still really do have to finish Persona Royal at some point, because still have that commission ongoing that I still need to...
Yeah. Technically playing that is work.
Technically, yeah. That's why it's going to take priority for a bit. But, yeah, I have chipped away at the gigantic list of games that I want to play. There is one less on it now. 2, technically, because I gave up on 0. So, you know. It's progress.
Yay.
What else did I do? Not much, really. It's fucking snowing all the goddamn time currently outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of snow, as in...
Oh, I love snow.
Holy shit, no one can actually do anything for other reasons than COVID. Yeah, it's kind of fucked everything up transport wise in the local area. Yeah, so that's it's kind of nice, I guess. I like the snow too. I wish I could go outside in it. Oh well.
Oh well.
But, yeah, that's pretty much all I got, really.
Yeah. Oh, can I go? Because I saw a movie.
Okay.
I saw Wonder Woman, 1984. The new Wonder Woman movie.
The one good DC property in film, or was, like, it's kind of ambivalent at this point, I think.
So, the premise of this movie is Wonder Woman is now in the 80s, many, many years after the World War I movie, which was the, previous one. And she still kind of misses her pilot boyfriend and how things went down over there. But she's working at a museum using her knowledge of languages and stuff, and also being a hero and just helping people. Like, there's the first couple minutes are just her being a hero, which is nice. Because you don't often get to see in these superhero movies just moments of, let's just go save people. Going out and saving people as a superhero.
It happens in Marvel. DC not so much, because they prefer to have angst.
Yeah. It needed that. Just kind of set your expectations for what type of movie this is. The sort of main premise is there is a stone which will grant wishes, but will take something from you as a sort of a monkey's paw. And the main villain wishes to basically become the stone so that he can grant wishes and take things from people.
Yeah, I remember hearing the name of the villain and being very confused because
Max Lord.
Yeah.
He's different from the comics.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he was a thing for the Justice League. Like, he was supposed to be like the PR villain, kind of thing. So it's weird for them to pull.
He's still very much about PR, but he has this whole story which doesn't paint him as irredeemable, which I kind of like.
Yeah,
he's not the type of villain that's just kill him and be done with it. That's not what Wonder Woman is about. So when Wonder Woman gets the stone, she wishes kind of silently to herself, and her boyfriend from the first movie comes back. But this has a cost, and another person who is kind of envious of her wishes to be like her, not knowing that she is actually Wonder Woman. And I don't want to go too into the details and spoilers. It is a nice hero movie that has a moral lesson that it teaches. And yeah, it's a good superhero movie.
I still think Maxwell Lord is a really weird pull for a solo movie to start with, but also one that is before the Justice League are a thing, and also when they were so heavy-handed with the whole heroes are kind of not, like, their PR is a nightmare because Superman was blowing up fucking buildings by accident and stuff in the first Man of Steel movie. And
he uses the name, but he's a very different character.
Yeah, so it's kind of like him in name only kind of thing.
Yeah, basically. But I like the villain and his story. I like the way the story. My friend Dawn had also seen it, and she had described it as having that sort of mythical quality to it, like you would expect from a story about a Greek Amazon, or like a mythological story where it has that sort of moral to it, and it has that sort of big thing happens. And is my connection get it going in and out at all?
You're fine.
Yeah, his Discord just froze for me for a second. Yeah, I very much enjoyed it. The second time I watched it, we'd watch it with friends over, and my uncle was talking about how men suck, Wonder Woman has to solve everything, sarcastically. And if you go in it with that sort of mentality, you're not going to enjoy the movie, of like having that kind of bias. But I enjoyed it. It's a good movie.
I do remember Captain Marvel having kind of a similar problem. That maybe played up the era a little too much with the rampant sexism. I don't know how Wonder Woman does with that.
It doesn't do it like it's to the point that my entire family had seen it and nobody had commented on that at all. But if you go into it with that mentality of expecting that, you're gonna find some stuff like that. Not a lot, but you're gonna find some stuff like that, and it's going to feed that bias.
Okay.
So going with an open mind.
All right.
It's nowhere near as bad as the one Marvel Avengers scene, where it's all the girls together. We can do it. See, girls can do it too.
No one said they could. Well, I suppose Marvel executives said they couldn't because the Black Widow movie's still coming, I guess, at some point. Or did it happen already and no one noticed?
I don't know. Oh, it's got pushed to 2021. That's why.
Ah, okay, yeah. So, still coming.
May. Exactly. So, I had mentioned previously that I had beat Spider-Man Miles Morales, and so I'd moved on to the next game that I had received for Christmas, which was Ghost of Tsushima.
Game of the year, I hear.
This game is gorgeous. And really fun. There's so much to upgrade about your character. And so many different things and ways you can customize it. And the combat and parrying is nice, and everything is like telegraphed to the point where I never feel like the fights are unfair. Navigating through the world is fun on its own. I composed haikus, and then that gives me like a special headband and other things, and there's a lot to do in that game. You're playing as Jin Sakai, who is the sole survivor, as far as he knows, of the Japanese forces attempting to prevent the Mongolian invasion of Tsushima. And his uncle, who is the Lord of Tsushima, has been taken hostage. And now, at least in the part of the story that I'm in, Jin is trying to put together a band of badasses to go and save his uncle. I say the part that I'm in because it says Act 1, so I don't know. And the map is really, really big.
I still want to play that game. It's on the list, has not shrunken. It just has new things rotated onto it, so now that's on the list. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, it's very fun, and you can go for like a stealthier character, and there's some really fun stealth abilities that you can unlock, and then there's obviously not everything is perfect to the time period because there are black powder bombs, and those should not be around.
When's it set?
I need to get the exact time period, but I remember seeing in a post somebody had said that there are some minor inconsistencies with the sort of stuff that they have access to. Because it's pretty early on. But it's fine. It's fun.
I will probably wait until I have a PS5 to get it so I can enjoy it in its full splendor without my PlayStation setting on fire.
Yeah, I've been playing it on PS4, and it's just been delightful. I also I'm working on that. I'll give my full thoughts once I've been in it. But the only issue I was having for a while was how sheer the fall damage is. But then you get an upgrade that makes it so that you can roll by pressing a button before you hit the ground. So that just negates most falls except for ones from extreme height.
3-point landing. Hero
it's pose. A roll.
Yeah.
Not a hero landing.
I'm joking.
Superhero landing. You do a superhero landing and you're like Deadpool. You break your arms and legs doing it. And then die. I like being able to, when you're approaching a group of enemies in Tsushima, just press up on the D-pad for a standoff. And just have a 1v1, release the triangle button right as he's going in to swipe at you and just cut him in two. Yeah. And he's down.
I have heard that there are basically two ways to play that game. That's basically a ninja or a samurai, more or less.
Yeah, I'm probably playing a mix of both because I do like stealth.
Yeah,
and the stealth is fun.
Yeah, I have also heard that whichever one you favor, the older generation will basically shit on you for it and say you should have done the other one. Which I think is a nice touch. Like, Everyone's a critic. God damn it.
Everyone's a critic. Because like the whole thing with learning how to assassinate is, Jin has a flashback to being told by his uncle that, oh, assassins are just cowards, and it's just, if you're gonna kill somebody, look them in the eyes. He's just like, I'm on the ground strangling the life out of this guy that I just grabbed from behind. Gotta do what's necessary, though.
Don't be an idiot and just run straight in and challenge the first guy you see, you moron. Oh, thanks, Monday morning quarterback. How's it going? How you rescue yourself next time, dickhead?
Because he starts off like, I have to go up front, and then one of the people he meets is like, are you an idiot? You'll die, just like everyone else who tried. Do you want to save your uncle? Yes, then you have to do it my way. Okay. Fine. So, pragmatism. I also like that for every new character I'm recruiting, I gain access to a new ability or technique that they're showing me how to use, and sometimes I get new gear. And then you can dye the gear slightly different colors. And then as you upgrade the gear, the appearance changes, which is actually a really nice touch. So you have your kind of like basic samurai armor, but if you upgrade it all the way, it becomes just full-on heavy samurai warrior with the helmet and everything, and the big crescent moon on it. So Ghost of Tsushima is good and neat. I mentioned last week, there's something I want to talk about that I'm still trying to watch, but I haven't finished it yet. So I'll keep saving that for later. But I also started watching the 3rd season of Cobra Kai, which is the Karate Kid many years later TV show.
Yeah. I sound unenthused. I have heard good things.
It's great. Like, they are pulling everything from the movies, and it's to the point that, you know, in Karate Kid 2, where like he goes to Japan, totally still relevant. He ends up going back to Japan, our Karate Kid, and stuff that happened all those years ago in that movie are brought up and are relevant. And it's like, oh, technically payoff.
Have they brought up the girl from Karate Kid 4 yet?
I forget that there was a Karate Kid 4.
There was a Karate Kid 4. Hell, better point, there was a Karate Kid 3. We'll start from there and work forward. Fucking Christ.
It's a good TV show.
I've heard. I talk shit, but you know, in fact, I think it was Kenshi that talked it up like the first season when it came out.
Because while the main character is like the main character of the Karate Kid movies is LaRusso, the main character of Cobra Kai is Johnny, the bully from Karate Kid 1. All grown up and kind of a drunkard and an idiot and an asshole. Like, this dude tries to sell his laptop because its batteries died. It's like, did you plug it in? I thought you said it was wireless. It's great. It's on Netflix now, so that was part of the thing with the 3rd season, was it got taken off of it was stuck on like the special YouTube thing, and then Netflix just yoinked it, and now it's on Netflix, and there's a 3rd season.
Oh right, that was a YouTube premium thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's why nobody saw it.
Yeah. I forgot YouTube even did that kind of thing of like premium shows for a while.
Yeah, like YouTube Red or whatever.
Yeah. The fucking Laser Team sequel was on that thing for whatever reason. I bought it. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. That was a surprisingly large waste of money is what that was.
Mm-hmm. Cobra Kai is on Netflix. There's 3 seasons. It's fantastic. Because you have to deal with the fact that you're teaching these kids how to fight, and that not all of them are stable. And trying to revive the Cobra Kai style of fighting can create new bullies. It's great. It's a great show. It has a lot of heart to it. And they bring back all the original actors. Like, all of them. Even the ones from Karate Kid 2. I was not expecting that. So, big recommend from me. And I did finish recently the Heavensward patch of Final Fantasy XIV, which is essentially its own game. It's an expansion, rather, not patch. Yeah. I gave a lot of thoughts on that, but for people who don't care about FF14, Heavensward is good. The credits happen, though, at probably the worst point to happen. Like, the game has patch quests that happen afterwards that allow you to finish up the story of it, because the whole Heavensward expansion is about a conflict between the dragons and these people called the Elezen, which are basically just elves, right? So the elves and dragons hate each other. They've been warring for centuries. The main quote-unquote story focuses on... it doesn't focus on that conflict entirely. And then once the conflict with that villain who gets introduced is resolved, and the story can finally focus on the actual conflict that it was setting up, it's good. It's really weird because FF14 is like a game that has multiple Final Fantasy games in it with every expansion. And you can skip a lot of that game if you're just fine with having the cosmetic gear that you have, I feel. Because there's so much to that game. I'm not even halfway to where I should be caught up. But yeah. I don't think anybody has anything to remark on that with MMOs. But yeah. That's me. I can't think of anything else to say. Patient?
Yes.
How's your week been? Or weeks?
Weeks is one thing. Well, work is as interesting as ever. One of our longtime bankers has resigned, so now there are 4 people working at my branch, including the manager.
Okay.
It's getting nuts.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Nobody plans to really stick around for too much longer, and I'm among that number, planning to look into other options nearby soon. On a more positive note, Christmas was pleasant. I bought gifts for a lot of people, all of whom were quite happy about them. And for my own presents, I got a nice lap desk and a mouse from my parents, along with a new TV. My siblings bought me the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mystery Dungeon is good. I need to go back and finish DX.
Yeah.
Touch on it.
I haven't played any Mystery Dungeon games since the since the original Red and Blue that this game is a remaster of. So I'm looking forward to it. But I've elected to go through 3D All-Stars first. And well, I started with Super Mario 64. And I'm at 119 stars. I don't know where the last one is.
I haven't actually played much of 64. Does it not have a tracker or anything for like which
Did
levels
you
still
get
have
wait,
the
it
point
has a-
stars?
Oh, I've gotten all... In all 15 courses, I've gotten all 7 stars. I've got the 105 that accounts for. No, it's one of the castle's secret stars that I'm missing. I've gotten the 3 from the 3 cap courses. I've gotten the 3 from the battles with Bowser. I've gotten the 2 from the rabbit. I've gotten the Princess's Secret Slide, and I've gotten Wing Mario over the rainbow. And I think that I've gotten all of the ones that Toad gives you as well.
Huh.
I have no idea. I didn't play 64. I tried to play 64, but I tried to play it in like
I've never actually
2010.
100%ed 64.
I have at least once myself. Going for twice now, obviously.
My best is just pull up a list and just go through them one by one.
Well, the longer you're playing 64 is the longer you're not playing Sunshine, so enjoy it while you can.
And what is that supposed to mean? I happen to like Sunshine.
Everyone knows Sunshine.
Have you played it recently?
No, but I will as soon as I find this last star.
Okay. So I also liked Sunshine. And then I went back and played it. And I realized something that drove me mad.
Yes.
The camera gets caught on objects in the environment very easily. Meaning it can be very frustrating to play.
Would you like to take a guess for what I'm about to say?
Yes. You know what? Say it.
You just need to be more patient.
Of course.
How about all the clipping through floor that you do on a fairly constant basis?
Sunshine has problems. I love a lot of that game, but sometimes playing it can be infuriating.
I liked the concept when I heard about what it was. It's like, hey, you're cleaning up all this crap that you got, that you didn't get everywhere, but you get framed for leaving everywhere. I thought that was pretty cool, and that was before I even started playing games like that game where you clean. I forget what it's called. Viscera Cleanup Detail.
Mansion?
That's it.
No, different game. It's just
I'm not denying its flaws. I'm just saying that I still love it despite its flaws.
Okay. Well, when you get back to it, let me know how it feels, because I went straight over to Galaxy on the collection, because Galaxy feels really good to play.
Well, of course it does. It's Galaxy.
Yeah. Man, I love Galaxy. I love Odyssey too. I gotta find my copy of Odyssey. I think my brother took it.
I love Odyssey, except for the jump rope.
That's fair. I also dislike the jump rope. The way I got that moon was by turning my brain off, which is very easy. If you just mindlessly push the A button over and over and over again, you'll get it. Just let your body feel the rhythm.
Feel the rhyme.
I try, and I've gotten up into the 80s before. I just I let the pressure get to me when I'm nearing the end.
Which is why you just gotta don't look at the thing. Don't let it, just keep going until eventually you do it. And you probably overshoot it if you just don't focus. Don't let the pressure get to you.
I'll try.
That's the secret.
Of
Gotta
course.
avoid the choke.
Yeah. Of course. Even leaving that one and the volleyball one aside, there are a lot of moons to find that I haven't found yet. I'm trying to 100% all of the other worlds before I head for the dark side of the moon and the darker side of the moon.
Yeah, I did 100% Odyssey, because that game just feels so fun to move around in.
It's on my list.
Casey, I feel like your list is irrelevant because you're never going to get through it at this rate.
I'm hearing Robin Williams in my head. You've got a list that's 3 miles long, no doubt.
I don't like the accuracy of that statement.
Well, that aside, I might have mentioned this before. No, I don't think I did mention this before. I've been replaying Persona 5, the original one, before I just exclusively go with Royal, because it's Royal.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know how many times I've played through this game trying to max out all of the confidants in one go before I finally moved on to New Game Plus?
Without using a guide. Mm-hmm.
Yes, without using a guide. Now, this time around, I had a couple of trophies to collect before I finished the game. And at this point, I have only 2. One is the platinum one, obviously, and the other one is the bonus bosses. So I get to the end of the game, and I decide to do a little bit of grinding before I take them on with the actual intention to defeat them. I've fought them a few times now, but I haven't managed to get further than stage 3 with them. So I decide to head down as deep as I can into Mementos for some grinding with some of the stronger enemies in the game. Guess what I found out?
You can't fight them that late?
The second you enter the depths of Mementos, the boss battle with the twins is sealed off for the rest of the playthrough.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Meaning that I have to go through it all over again.
By it, you don't mean the entire game, because you rotated your saves like a sensible person, right?
Oh, I rotated my saves. Just I don't have one that's recent enough anymore.
Hmm.
And besides, I've made too much progress with the personas that I have to not want to keep them for another New Game Plus.
Can't you just go back to an older save, progress, do that fight, then go back to the save that you were at before?
Now, see, you sort of need quality personas in order to win that fight. So see me exercising my patience as I play through Persona 5 for the 9th time.
You can... You know you don't have to do it a 9th time. Just saying, if you go back to that save, you may not have as good personas, but you can pretty easily min-max the hell out of them with the abilities that you have.
I think this time I'll just take it off of merciless mode. Maybe that'll make a difference.
You think? You think?
See, I think
Yeah,
you have
maybe.
lost your right to complain. You asked for this.
What? Just because I played through the game on merciless mode 7 times means I'm asking for this?
Yes. Yes, it does. That's exactly what it means. Maniac.
On another note, I downloaded an old game that's been remastered that I was fond of called Full Throttle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm vaguely familiar.
You played it, Zero?
Full Throttle. I have heard the name. I have not played it.
I'd recommend looking into it. It's a notoriously short game, but it's a really awesome game full of awesome bikers and such.
All right, so this is on Steam.
Yes, I believe it is on Steam. I bought mine on the PlayStation Store.
Yes, this is effectively a Double Fine game before Double Fine were a thing. It's LucasArts. It's one of their adventure games that were quirky and fun and creative and were not popular, especially. Well, they were cult popular. Same as Grim Fandango.
Seems accurate enough to me.
I think they were developed at the same time, even.
I played it years ago, the original version on the old PC computer that we had. Back when I was too young to really understand, I think I wound up beating it with a guide without really fully grasping the story of it, or the fact that it was above my maturity level, really, that I shouldn't have been playing it. I've now platinumed it, of course. Still might go back and play it once or twice. I could knock the whole game out in an evening. It's a pretty enjoyable story to play through a few times. And it's got enough hidden features, if you know where to look, that it can still be entertaining as you keep going.
If you enjoyed it, I recommend playing Grim Fandango if you haven't.
I've heard of it. I don't know the first thing about it. Maybe I will look into it.
It's a game set in what is basically purgatory.
Interesting.
And your protagonist is someone who I think worked in basically bureaucracy for it. And there is a way to get to heaven if you have a certain pass and you can take a train straight to heaven. But if you don't have it, you've got to go the long way, and that's what purgatory is. And yeah, it's a quirky game on the style of LucasArts adventure games as they were back then, and it was unappreciated in its day, and has a cult following to this day, and basically all Double Fine fans, more or less. To give you an idea of the kind of humor it has, it's I think a famous quote from an interview about the game was like, "So everyone in this game smokes." Yeah. Everyone in this game is also dead. Think about it. Yeah. That kind of thing. It's kind of macabre humor, I guess.
Well, I definitely might look into that. I mean, Full Throttle is at least partially nostalgia for me, but I'll definitely look into Grim Fandango. It sounds interesting. I'll probably wait until after I've gone through my Christmas presents, though. Or until I've gotten some extent through Mystery Dungeon DX. Who knows how long it'll take me to complete that one.
Are you aiming to beat the game or to complete it?
Complete it.
I'll see you in 10 years.
Oh, challenge accepted. I'll let you know when I start on it. I do still need to complete the 3D All-Star Collection.
There's some endgame dungeons in Mystery Dungeon that are nightmarish in length and difficulty.
You do recall that I played the original, right? I know all of the dungeons, all of
Okay. Okay, I'm just letting you know. It's gonna take a while.
Oh, I'm aware. But I have confidence in my ability to get through Purity Forest.
Well, I wish you luck.
Of course, I don't see any real point tackling the Joyous Tower.
I wonder, did GX add any dungeons? I don't remember.
I don't believe that they did. I mean, I'll find out when I start playing it, but I'm pretty sure it's just a remaster of the original game. Although, they've definitely added some things, not the least of which being all of the evolutions and mega evolutions from future generations. As pertaining to all of the Pokemon up to Generation 3.
Yeah,
anyway.
There was lots of mechanical changes, but I don't think any new like content in terms of like dungeons.
Well, I'll find out. If there aren't any new changes in terms of dungeons, then I'll just go for what I can get and enjoy it from there. So, anything else? Oh yeah, we posted the most recent chapter of this Bites. Finally beginning the Marineford arc. At the pace we're going, I think that we'll have the story's first half finished by the end of this year.
It's also starting to look like by the end of this year you might have an idea of how the second half is going to wrap up. Of canon, I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, we have ideas, but who knows what Oda's going to pull out of his hat next? No, let me rephrase that. Who knows when Oda is going to pull out his hat? Because we're wondering about that.
That fucking frozen hat was the stupidest goddamn thing, I swear to God.
I mean, I have a theory about that. but it's half-baked. Needs a little more time in the oven. Yeah. Well, that aside, let's see, there's work, there's story writing, there's Christmas, there's... it's been interesting this past month. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I do have a few recommendations, though.
All right.
You sound chilly.
No, I'm more sleepy, to be honest. Like I say, I was... Sorry.
Well,
yeah. Focusing. I'm awake, I promise. Oh, boy. What was I? Is everyone gone? I think everyone's gone.
yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, shoot. It's January. I don't know whether the thing's gone through yet.
It has not gone through yet because New Year's happened.
Right. Yes, that's a thing that happened. So that's probably going to go through on Monday. Recommend that you said you had a recommendation, so sure.
I have one here. I'll just go for one this week.
Okay.
This is a Persona 5 fanfiction. It is called Rig the Game Royal. The premise is that when Joker defeats the final boss of Persona 5, he only does it after everyone and everything else has fallen. The malevolent forces have decimated the world, and all that remains is the trickster and itself. The odds of victory were 0 from the beginning, and though he manages to overcome it, there's nothing left for him. So Igor and his attendants offer him a consolation. His world can't be brought back, but other worlds exist that can still be saved. So he sends Akira Kurusu, is his name here, to a different world where he can work in the shadows and rig the game in the new trickster's favor to prevent ruin from coming again. The new world he's sent to is identical to Royal, except that the trickster here is a girl named Rem Amamiya. So it's ongoing. It's gotten up to the second palace at this point. Delves into some dark, traumatic stuff, but also has the feel of a fun, entertaining story. I love the changes that are being made. I love the way that they're writing Akira, and I'm just really looking forward to what comes of this story.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check this out.
Cool.
Seems interesting.
Either of you have a recommendation this week?
Don't look in the Gotcha channel because terrible things are happening. That's my recommendation. God damn. Me and Zero may or may not have been mildly distracted during this recording for things that are happening in the Gotcha channel.
Cobra Kai is good. Wonder Woman is good. New Year's totally happened, and it was fun and nice. And the best part was that at the end of New Year's, I got to roll gacha.
Yeah, I remember New Year's. There was fireworks that sounded like the fucking Blitz was happening again, and then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up and waited an extra 5 hours to roll gacha because stupid time tick over times is stupid.
I did a D&D one shot the other day, and that was great. I set it up so that the plot party was supposed to have a very good chance of dying, and some of them did, but they didn't wipe, which is fortunate and very hype. Because there's like a barbarian who was just tanking spells from a wizard and was just basically a skeleton by the end of that fight, but still unfortunately alive. But yeah, I got nothing else. It's a nice day to go and not stand up because my legs are sore from working out the other day.
Oh, Mr. Bellpitch.
What?
If you didn't get the joke, don't bother.
Ah, I see. Somebody will get the joke.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
maybe.
If they do, let me know what it's supposed to be.
I saw Gura did another Ring Fit stream. I decided not to watch it because I don't want to play Ring Fit again.
All right. Okay. I think we can end this now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a nice rest of your
Discord
week.
link in the description. Patreon link in the description. Bye, everybody.
Bye.